Yo, what up guys? Fishy Drizzy here, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about how to pair clownfish. Some tips and tricks that I learned over the years and having so many different types of pairs of clownfish that I said, you know what, there's no better time than to make a video right now because I just got a new clownfish and I wanted to help all you guys out that are new to the hobby or you're just getting clownfish and want to know how to pair them and all that good stuff. So let's get into the video. So I get asked a lot, hey, can I pair this clownfish with that clownfish? Are these clownfish the same? Are they different? What should I do? How long is the process? Is it easy? Is it hard? All those questions I get asked a lot. So first thing I always say is, what species is a clownfish? You want to make sure that the two clowns you're trying to pair are the same species, because believe it or not, there's a ton of different species out there, and your typical ones that you'll see at the fish store, other than like maroons, are Perculus and Ocellaris clownfish. Ocellaris and Perculus are completely different clownfish, different species and everything. So I have like designer clownfish or fancy clownfish, as people like to say, and sometimes they get confused because although they look different, their designs are different, they're the same species. So for example, I have a snowflake and a frostbite clownfish. They look different, but they're the same species of clowns. They are Ocellaris clownfish, so they're compatible with each other. Let's say I took out the frostbite and added a Picasso, because I love Picassos, but unfortunately I can't pair it with one of my clownfish because Picassos are Perculus, and they would fight and they would stress out, possibly get ick, and it's just not good. So I just want to let you guys know that the same species of clowns is very important to pairing your clownfish. The next thing I want to get into is the sizing of the clownfish when you buy your clowns, and also when you have a clownfish by itself. Like in my situation, my frostbite was by itself in the tank for like 4 months, and all it takes is like usually like up to 1 month or so, and if your clown is by itself, it will just automatically mature and become the female. So when you're in that situation like I was, you have to take size into consideration. So my frostbite is a decent sized clownfish. I wouldn't say it's small, it's a decent size. So when I walked into the fish store last week to look at fish, I was thinking, okay, so if I see a clownfish that I like, I have to make sure it is a lot smaller than my frostbite, because my frostbite's the female and I don't want to get a same size clownfish as my frostbite and they just fight till one dies, because sometimes that's the case. One will either give up, but usually they'll like lock jaws and fight, and usually one stresses and unfortunately dies. So I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to waste my money getting a clownfish that I wasn't exactly sure how the outcome would be, like if it would die, because like who wants to get a clownfish and then you take it home and it dies in like 2 days. So I saw this snowflake and it was really, really small. So I said, you know what? I think the odds are on my side. I think I have a really good chance at successfully pairing these clownfish. So I said, you know what? I pulled the trigger and I got it, and it worked out 100%. These clowns are pretty much a pair now. I love them, and they actually didn't even fight. So what I'm guessing is when I introduced the male, the small one that I just got, it just surrendered automatically and said, you know what, you're the female, I'm the male, and that was that. So everything like that turned out well. So pretty much guys, size matters when it comes to pairing clownfish. Trust me, it matters, because it makes things a lot easier when you know already that you have a female and okay, I just need to go get a clownfish that's a lot smaller. It makes the process go faster. The last tip I want to give you guys is one that I actually learned, actually pretty recent. I was talking to a store owner and they told me about this trick. When you're gonna pair clownfish, and let's say, so you bring a clownfish home and you're acclimating it, what you want to do is rearrange if you can, because I know sometimes a lot of people have established reefs and you don't want to move your rock work and all that because it'll mess up like the chemistry of your tank and the coral placement and all that. But if you can, like for me, I could, and then also like if your tank is fairly new and you don't have a lot of established corals, you're probably able to do this as well. But what the trick is you rearrange your aquascape because it mixes up the territories or it eliminates the territories for the clownfish. So like my frostbite had its little area on the right side of the tank. I switched up the aquascape and it probably got confused. It's like, okay, there's a new surrounding new aquascape, so it doesn't have that territory that it claims. So if I would have added the new clownfish into the tank and the clownfish got near that side of the tank and that side of the rock that my frostbite pretty much owned, then it can cause issues, conflict, they could fight. But since I arranged the rock work, both clowns, it was kind of fair game. Like no one had a territory. So that was one actually pretty good trick that I learned about. And actually that can be a trick for like any other fish too. If you have like a fish that's very territorial in like one little space, you can rearrange the rock work and it will eliminate that territory. But those are like the main tips and tricks that I want to give you guys on how to pair clownfish. So if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe because it does help out the channel. And until next time guys, peace out.